Spider-Man, the hero we all admire. Super strength, the ability to climb walls, and that incredible spidey sense that warns him of danger. Who wouldn't want to be like him? Swinging through the city, saving lives, and looking awesome. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if you weren't just bitten by a spider? What if you were born as Spider-Man? Cool at first, sure. But trust me, it's not as great as you'd think. Let me tell you why it actually sucks. And let's not forget the hunger. Spiders eat a lot, and if you had their appetite, you'd need to consume at least 3 times the amount of food a normal person eats. Imagine constantly feeling starving no matter how much you eat. Ever seen how much a teenage boy can devour? Now take that and triple it. Your family's grocery bill would skyrocket. RIP to your mother's food budget. You'll be eating them out of house and home in no time. You might as well start meal prepping now. Then there's the whole issue of living a normal life. Everyday activities become a constant challenge. Have you ever tried typing on a keyboard when your fingers keep sticking to the keys? It's almost impossible to hit the right letter without leaving a sticky mess behind. Imagine taking a test, gripping a pen firmly while writing smoothly. Forget it. Even the simple act of using your phone turns into a struggle. Swiping, tapping, or texting becomes a sticky fiasco, and good luck not webbing everything up in the process. Oh, and showers. Don't even think about it. Have you ever seen a spider get wet? They look absolutely miserable, completely soaked and disheveled. Now, imagine stepping into the shower to rinse off, expecting a nice, refreshing cleanse. Instead of soap bubbles, you're suddenly tangled in thick, sticky webbing clinging to you from head to toe. Not exactly the soothing experience you were hoping for, right? It's more of a sticky nightmare than a relaxing rinse. Oh, and have you ever tried riding public transport? Imagine grabbing a subway pole with sticky hands. Oops, congratulations, you've just webbed yourself to a moving vehicle. Now you're stuck, literally. Good luck explaining that awkward situation to the curious passengers watching you struggle to detach yourself. You'll either be a local legend or the talk of someone's group chat. Either way, it's a ride to remember. Next time, maybe wear gloves, or just avoid touching anything at all. And let's not forget about school or work. Imagine walking into class, feeling confident about your essay, only to hand it over completely covered in sticky webbing. Not exactly the best way to impress your teacher or get a good grade. Now, picture yourself at work, meeting your boss for a handshake, only for things to take a wild turn when they end up trapped in a web cocoon. First impressions are important, and wrapping someone in spider silk is definitely not the kind you want to leave. And let's not forget that spiders have their own enemies. Ever heard of exterminators? These guys are like the ultimate villains in a spider story. One wrong move, and it's game over. Imagine minding your own business, weaving a web, and suddenly, bam, someone comes in with a can of bug spray, ready to wipe you out. It might not be a bad idea to carry a little sign that says, "Not an actual bug, please don't spray me." Even nature itself isn't always kind. Birds and lizards are always lurking around the corner. Ever thought about driving? Well, good luck with that. Imagine gripping the steering wheel only to have your hand stick to it like glue. Frustrating, right? And that's just the beginning. Try managing the pedals when your legs suddenly multiply out of nowhere. Controlling one set is hard enough. Juggling several. Absolute chaos. Forget parallel parking. You'll be lucky if you stay on the road. At that point, public transportation doesn't sound so bad, does it? Also, let's talk about fashion struggles for a moment. Regular people can just throw on any outfit and head out without a second thought. Simple and effortless, right? But if you happen to be part spider, things get a little more complicated. You've probably got extra limbs tucked away somewhere, which makes finding clothes that fit a real challenge. Seriously, good luck trying to squeeze into a pair of regular jeans without ripping them. Sleeves and pant legs. Forget about it. Custom fashion might be your only option. Oh, and let's not forget about predators. Spiders might be cool, but you know what loves eating them? Birds. Imagine swinging through the city and suddenly dodging swooping pigeons and hungry crows. 1 second you're scaling a building, the next, you're ducking an aerial assault. And it's not like you can web your way out of that easily. You'd be their favorite snack. Worse, they'd probably tell their friends, life as Spider-Man, not as glamorous as it seems. And don't even get me started on dating. You know how spiders sometimes eat their mates, right? Yeah, that's a real thing. Just imagine how awkward it would be if that little instinct showed up at the worst possible time. One moment, you're enjoying dinner and charming conversation, and the next, well, things could take a very dark turn. Not exactly the best recipe for romance. I mean, how do you even explain that on a second date? Awkward, right? Let's talk about puberty. For most regular teenagers, puberty means dealing with things like acne, a minor inconvenience at best. Sure, it's annoying, but nothing life-altering. Now, imagine waking up one morning only to find yourself physically stuck to your bedsheets. Literally stuck. Suddenly, your problems go from a few pimples to an unexplainable, sticky situation. And good luck trying to explain that one to your parents without sounding completely insane. Then there's web shooting. If you're lucky enough to be born with organic web shooters, congratulations. You're essentially a walking glue gun, always ready to stick to anything or anyone. Thinking about shaking hands? Sorry, pal, that's no longer an option. The moment you make contact, you might as well start sending out wedding invitations, because you're in for a lifetime commitment. Better start carrying some solvent, or say goodbye to personal space. And don't even think about moving into a small apartment. Spiders thrive in tight spaces, spinning their webs in every corner they can find. In no time, your cozy little home would transform into a tangled mess of silk, trapping everything in sight. Forget about normal furniture. Every surface would be coated in sticky strands, turning your living space into a web-filled nightmare. You'd have to fight your way through layers of silk just to find your bed. Good luck trying to keep anything dust-free. But the worst part? Spiders molt. Yup. That means if you had full spider DNA, one day you might just peel right out of your own skin like a living nightmare, and there's no way to stop it. Now, picture your mom walking into your room, seeing that hollow husk of your old body lying there. The confusion, the terror, the absolute horror movie level scream that would follow. Congrats, you've officially turned your house into a scene straight out of a creepy sci-fi thriller, and don't even think about planning a relaxing day at the beach. Spiders despise water, and now, so do you. The moment you step into the ocean, an overwhelming sensation takes over. Like sinking into an invisible force of quicksand, pulling you under with every movement. The salty breeze, the rhythmic waves, none of it brings comfort anymore. Instead, the shoreline feels like the edge of a nightmare, where every splash reminds you that the water is no longer your friend. And now, let's talk about sleeping. Spiders have a natural instinct to hang upside down, clinging effortlessly to surfaces above them. So, if that instinct takes over during the night, don't be too shocked if you wake up dangling from the ceiling like a scene straight out of a horror movie. Who needs a normal bedtime routine when you've got the thrill of defying gravity in your sleep? Sweet dreams, if you can still call them that. Just try not to scream. Wouldn't want to startle the neighbors. Oh, and let's not overlook the biggest and most unsettling issue here, the craving for bugs. Spiders survive by eating insects, and if you somehow inherit their instincts, who's to say you won't start seeing a plump fly as an irresistible delicacy? Imagine catching yourself drooling over a buzzing mosquito or stalking a grasshopper like it's a gourmet dish. Yeah, not exactly the kind of appetite you'd want to develop. And once that craving kicks in, there's no telling what other creepy crawly habits might follow. So yeah, Being Spider-Man might seem like a dream come true, swinging between skyscrapers, fighting bad guys, and looking effortlessly cool. But once you take a closer look, it comes with a whole host of bizarre, sticky, and downright terrifying side effects. Super strength and agility. Awesome. Randomly sticking to walls. Not so much. Moral of the story? Maybe it's best to just stick to the suit and gadgets. And seriously, for the love of all things good, do not let a radioactive spider sink its fangs into you.